Hi everyone, my name is Ryohei Onishi, and this is Understanding the SDGs in Simple English, an interpreter's take. So this is the seventh video, and today we are going to talk about sustainability and medicine. So when you hear medicine, what do you think about? Today we will talk about the relationship between medicine and sustainability. Okay, this video may be a little difficult, but if you don't understand, please watch the video many times, again and again. Okay, so here we go. This is a table of contents for today's video. First, I will talk about what SDG 3.3 says. Next, I will talk about what the NTDs are. Next, I will talk about my job with Nagasaki University. Next, what is universal health coverage, or UHC? And lastly, I will talk about what are the access to medicine and 4As. Okay, here we go. Now, this table of contents looks difficult, but I will explain one by one, so don't worry. Okay, let's start with the SDGs. So SDG 3.3 says, end the epidemics of AIDS, tuberculosis, malaria, and neglected tropical diseases. So here we have a lot of difficult medical words, but don't worry. Today we will talk about neglected tropical diseases. Yes, please check the Japanese translation of this word. And basically, SDG 3 is about good health and well-being. So we need to be in a good health condition. We need to be healthy, and we need to have a good well-being. Okay, well-being is a difficult word, but it means physical health and mental health. All these different types of health combined, and so that's well-being. But today, let's talk about neglected tropical diseases. Okay, so let's talk about neglected tropical diseases once again, and this is shortened as NTDs. NTDs. Okay, neglected tropical diseases, right? So why do we say neglected? Neglect means ignore, right? We don't notice, right? We don't find it. So there are tropical diseases that are not that are neglected, that are ignored. So people need to know more about neglected tropical diseases, but they are not getting enough attention yet. NTDs need more attention from people because they're causing death. Because NTDs are diseases. So disease, for example, influenza, cold, COVID-19, they are all diseases, right? And NTDs are also diseases, but they are neglected. We need more attention to neglected tropical diseases. Okay, so these NTDs kill people. It's very dangerous. For example, this is one disease called African trypanosomiasis. African trypanosomiasis. You don't need to remember this name, but it's a disease, and these kind of small bugs gets into your body. These bugs are in your body, and these bugs will kill you. This is very, very dangerous. Okay, so SDGs say that we need to tackle, we need to prevent, we need to solve NTDs problem, right? So why do I talk about NTDs, neglected tropical diseases? Because I had a job with Nagasaki University. They have a medical department. They have a medical department about tropical diseases, tropical medicine. Okay, and then I had I think 6 or 7, yes, I think 7 interpretation jobs with Nagasaki University about the NTDs. So every time they talked about NTDs, and they talked about the need to provide medicine to NTD patients, people with 8 NTD diseases. Okay, so this is called JAG NTDs, Japan Alliance on Global NTDs. You don't need to remember this name, but I had this interpretation job for 7 times with Nagasaki University. That's why I am interested in NTDs. And NTDs are related to SDGs. NTDs, SDGs, right? Okay, so this is the video clip from one of the JAG NTDs webinars. I did interpretation. Okay, there are sessions from 1 through 7. Okay, and if you go to the website of JAG NTDs, you can find my YouTube interpretation into Japanese. So you can hear my interpretation in this website. Okay, so we said that we need to pay more attention to neglected tropical diseases, and we need to provide medicine to these patients who have neglected tropical diseases, right? So that's why the WHO, do you know WHO, World Health Organization, says that universal health coverage is very important. Universal means everyone, right? Health means medicines or drugs. Coverage means to provide. So universal health coverage means that we need to provide medicines to all the people who need it. Okay. So we talk about universal health coverage for neglected tropical diseases, but the problem is that some medicines do not reach such patients. So these patients need such medicines, but they do not get it. Why is it not reaching the patients, right? The question is why. Okay. So this is the final slide. So we have one field called access to medicine. Access to medicine means we need to give medicines to the patients who need those medicines. So access to medicine is almost the same as universal health coverage. Universal health coverage, access to medicine, almost the same, okay? And then in order to improve the access to medicine, we need to think about 4 A's, 4 A's. So these are the 4 A's. I say 4 A's because they start with A, okay? They start with A, okay? So the question is, why are some medicines not reaching the patients? Why do they not get the medicines they need? So reason number 1, architecture. Architecture means a system. We need a good system to provide medicines, okay? For example, we have WHO. That's a good system. But if we do not have a good system, we cannot provide the medicine to people. Next is adoption. Adoption means to accept that we need medicine, right? So adoption is almost the same as education. Education to change people so that they will get the medicines, right? And next is affordability. Affordability. This is a long word, but this means cost, price. Medicines should be affordable. Affordable means cheap. Affordable means not expensive, right? So if the medicine for one disease, for example, COVID-19 vaccination is 1 million yen, it's too expensive. So affordability is an issue. So we need to think about how to decrease the price of the medicines or how to decrease the price of the vaccinations, right? Next, availability. Availability. This means whether we have enough medicines or not. Do we produce? Do we have the medicines to provide the patients with? Okay, so these are the 4 A's. 1, architecture. Do we have a good system? Next, adoption. Do we accept? Do we get education that we need medicines? Next, affordability. Is it a good price? Is it low price? Availability. Do we have the medicine? Do we produce enough medicines or not? These are the 4 A's, very important elements to consider. Okay? And actually, access to medicine is a group. There is a foundation or group called Access to Medicine, and they make rankings of all the drug companies, pharmaceutical companies, about access to medicine. Are they doing good or are they not doing good? So they do the rankings here. So for ranking 2022, a company called GSK was the first. Second, Johnson & Johnson. Third, AstraZeneca. And blah, 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 blah. And number 7 is Takeda, right? And number 12 is Eisai. Okay? So Japanese pharmaceutical companies, Japanese companies are also ranking in 7 and 12, okay? But we know, we can understand that we need to work more to improve the access to medicine. We need to do more to achieve the universal health coverage so that all the patients can get the medicines they need. Okay, and that's it for today's video. Please remember that medicines is very important because medicines, we need to produce medicines and we need to educate people and we need to provide medicines. And that is the SDGs 3.3. Okay, we talked about the relationship between sustainability and medicine. Okay, maybe this video was very difficult. So please watch this video again and again so you can understand better. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.